Well, the Grambling State Tigers, they've had a roller coaster of a 2025 season, and KSLA's Andrew Wellman tells us how this year has treated the Tigers so far.
Well, you know, we're on the winning side.
Grambling State has had an interesting 2025 season so far. 6 weeks in, the Tigers are 3-2 on the season and feeling well rested coming off their bye week. The Tigers opened the 2025 season in dominant fashion, beating NIAA Langston University 55-7 during the Shreveport Kickoff Classic. But 1 week later, Grambling was on the receiving end of an absolute beatdown from the #1 team in the country, Ohio State, losing 70-0. But since returning to FCS play, Grambling has had its ups and downs as the Tigers are 2-1. Grambling beat both Kentucky State and East Texas A&M, but the wins didn't come without any drama. In both wins, Grambling came back from being down 14-0. The Tigers pulled off a comeback for the ages in their win over Kentucky State, as Terrell Rabbie forced a fumble and then took it to the house for a walk-off touchdown in overtime. And in the Tigers' following game against East Texas A&M, Grambling took its lead back with less than a minute remaining, and Grambling's defense stood tall, forcing the Lions to attempt a 50-plus yard field goal that would sail wide left.
So, you know, we got the grit. We're going to fight. We're going to fight for 60 minutes. Well, we're older on the defense side of the ball. I think, you know, we have almost, 20-something graduates, kids that already have their degrees. So they're a little more poised.
After that, Grambling went on the road to take on Prairie View A&M, where the Tigers' offense would struggle mightily. Grambling couldn't keep its drives alive against the Panthers' defense, only converting 5 of 17 third downs, and the Tigers failed to convert any of their fourth down attempts. Along with that, the Tigers turned the ball over 4 times. Southern transfer quarterback Savion Tissette accounted for a majority of those turnovers as he threw 3 interceptions and only completed 49% of his passes in the Tigers' loss.
We fought for 60 minutes against, PV. We just fell up short, and that happens. That happens in athletics. It happens in life. But one game don't determine your season. You got to move on and know God woke you up. You got a great day ahead of you. You got another opportunity to go win the game.
After that, Grambling had its bye week, and it gave the Tigers a chance to clean a couple things up.
But other than that, we wanted to make sure that we worked on the things that was hurting us for the previous 5 weeks, and that's what we did as a team. It was Grambling versus Grambling, you versus you, to get better during the off week, and then after that, we focused on Texas Southern.
Grambling State will look to get its first win in SWAC play as they host Texas Southern this Saturday for homecoming. In Grambling, Andrew Wellman, KSLA News 12 Sports.